Greetings and welcome to C.E.B Financial Accounting and Tax Services. In this video, we are going to be walking through accessing your client flow, which is your organizer for the year. For the purposes of this video, I am going to be using a cellular device so that you can see what it looks like on a smaller screen. So I've logged in here using our sample account, and the first thing you see is there's an alert that pops up. This may happen from time to time just so that you are aware of things. This is actually a compliance alert. I know this because it is in red and it literally says it at the top that it's a compliance alert. Once I've read this, I'm going to go ahead and X out of this. And here on my dashboard, there are a couple of things for me to pay attention to. I have our welcome statement, some general announcements, and that it's time for the 2024 tax season flow, our company motto, along you can do a little, together you can do a lot with a little, past due invoices and contracts. I see that there's a one here, so I may want to tap there and change the date range to see if there's anything that comes up. And then we have client resources as well as quick share. So your quick share is only if your tax preparer has asked for something specific, then you go ahead and quick share it there. This is not for your annual upload. All right, so there's nothing below there. And of course, this dashboard look can change at any time. So just be aware of that. But this is what it looks like right now. When you first log in, you log in directly to your dashboard. Now, the next thing I see here is that I have a bill alert. Now, generally, if there is a flow assigned to you, it will pop down from the top of the screen. I am in sample mode, so therefore it will not happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on the bell to see what notifications I have. Now I'm looking at the notifications and I do see here that a flow has been assigned to you. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And from here, it takes me directly to that annual flow. And that flow has steps that I must follow, and I'm not allowed to skip a step. Now, be mindful if you leave out of this and don't hit save your work, it may not let you go back to the previous step. So, the first step is the update general contact form. And unfortunately, for some reason in the system, as it is right now, as of today, the form fields are not showing up. But this third one right here is the form field for your primary phone number. So if your phone number has changed in the last year, or you're not, or since you last spoke to us, or you're not sure of whether or not your phone number has changed, go ahead and put in your phone number at this step. So I'm going to go ahead and put in our phone number. All right, this is our Suffolk office number. And if your church has changed, if you've gotten married, you want to make sure all of the information is here. If your address has changed since you last did your return or since you've last contacted us, please make sure you update. Now I'm going to save and continue. Now it's going to let me go to my next step. I now have the client engagement letter. This is your letter that must be signed every single year in order to do business with us. It goes over our policies, what to expect with us. It also goes over the fact that we are a cash and carry service. It also goes over the base prices for documents, seeing that what the individual federal returns are 89 each, individual state 50 each. Additional forms are 25 each, worksheets 10 each, and W-2s are $5 each, as well as business returns. It goes through that information, and this is all for you to read. Now, once you get to the bottom here, you're going to go ahead and type your name in first. So let's go ahead and do that. And then you're going to hit next, and then you're going to sign your name. So you'll see that it comes up with a signature here, and you're more than welcome to change it using the little pencil icon. So I can go ahead and change that signature. And once you've done the signature, you can also hit confirm. Note that I am using a stylus, so it's a little easy to do signatures, but you can also use your finger. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm that signature. And next, you'll get your privacy policy. Same thing here. You're going to read, and then you're going to sign. And next, make sure you sign. This time, I'm going to leave it as the pre-made one. And then our next step is the annual questionnaire. Now, to get to your annual questionnaire, for those who are previous clients, you do still have access to your old portal. What I do here is click here to access a net client, and then you're going to log into your previous client portal. So you sign in with your Thomson Reuters account, go ahead and sign in and get that done. All right. So this did pop out into a different screen, but that's a little different on cell phones. So I'm just going to hit my back button here so that I can move on. So I'm going to hit save and continue, saying I've done that. Next, I need to gather my documents. Now, a lot of people get stuck here and they say, "Oh, I've read this." When you are looking at this, you'll see there is a see more button and it says instructions. So I want to tap that see more, read the instructions, and after I've read those instructions, I'm going to tap that I've read this. Then it's going to ask, did you complete the task? I tap yes, and then I move on. Now, with the checklist, you are able to jump through, but just note, once you hit that you've completed this, you cannot go back to it. Personal information, see more, I've done and done. Did you complete this task? I've collected this information, and I'm going to hit yes. So each of these steps, what you're going to do is you're going to collect the information and prep it for upload. Okay, so once I've gone through each of these steps, I will hit save and continue. Notice I cannot hit save and continue until I've done everything, so I have to go back to each step. Dependent information. Now a lot of people will just click done just for the sake of getting on to the next area. But as a reminder, once you've gone through these and you say, "Oh, I'm done," because you're trying to skip the process, you cannot go back. And if you skip the process and when we verify it, we're missing documents, then we're going to have to reassign this flow all over again, and you're going to have to go all the way back through it. So please do not attempt to skip steps. Your next is to upload documents in the questionnaire. So that step was to gather the documents. It literally just walks you through what to gather, make sure you have everything. That annual questionnaire will also help you gather documents because as you are answering yes and no on the questionnaire, it is helping to trigger your memory and helping you to remember, like, oh yeah, maybe I did do that last year. So be mindful of that. I've now gathered documents. I'm now going to upload my document. And in order to do that, I want to hit this gray button down here and select a file to upload. We're going to upload something random. Took a picture at a school. So let's go ahead and upload something random here just for the sake of training. And once I've done that, I'm going to upload that one file. No, you can select as many files as you need to and then upload them all at once. Because once you hit that upload file, you'll see I'm trying to go back. Now, well, you can go back to the upload files. But once you've uploaded that file, it is going to move you on to the next step. So when you're selecting your files, feel free to go ahead and select as many files as you need. You can go ahead and select them all. If you have them all in one file folder, you can go ahead and do that. And once you hit done, it'll go ahead and upload everything all at once. If you've accidentally added something that you did not want to add, you can go ahead and X out of that and it will not be uploaded. If you're concerned as to whether or not your upload was actually done, you'll see below the box that that previous file name is still there. So therefore, I know it was uploaded. If I did not intend to upload that file, I can X out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. And then your last and final step is to request your appointment. I click here. I choose my appointment type. Make sure you're choosing your appointment by type and not by person. Read the individual ones. You'll see individual tax prep, and this is an in-person. Individual business single member, this is also in person, virtual or in person. So make sure you're reading the type of tax work. You'll see tax resolution virtual. And once you've chosen your type, it'll let you go in. So I'm going to look here, individual, and I'm going to choose Monday at 5 p.m. And now that appointment has been set. If you look and later and say, oh man, I didn't mean to schedule that, there's a whole other location where you can go to reschedule. Or if you remember right then and there that that's not a great time for you, I can go ahead and modify that appointment, choose something different, and choose that date. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You can modify this as much as you need to until you're done. I want to say this is at Monday at 1. And once I'm done, I can go ahead and hit complete. Once you hit complete, it will send us an email letting us know that your flow is done for the year. In addition to that, it will also create a project in your profile. You'll see that it's loading to ensure that everything is completely processed. Please make sure you stay on that page until it is finished loading. Do not jump out. And once I've done it creates a note within my profile, and you'll see it jumps back to my dashboard screen. So that is done. My flow is done for the year. When I go to my projects, I'll see here, this is today's date, April 13th, 2025, that project was created based off of the work that I just did. And this auto creates for me, and I can go here to files, and I can see the things that I have uploaded. Again, thank you for joining us here at C.E.B Financial Accounting and Tax Service. I hope this training has been helpful, and we look forward to working with you.